In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set a budget for an Advantage Plus campaign and how to properly scale the budget only once they're profitable. If you've ever felt like your ad account is eating your bank account, later in this video, I'm going to share with you how we decide when to scale an Advantage Plus campaign so that you ensure profitability above all else. This is actually going to be different than how most people teach Facebook ad scaling, and it has profitably scaled hundreds of e-commerce businesses that we work with day in and day out. But for now, let's talk about setting your initial budget for your Advantage Plus campaign. First, we want to look at your last 30-day revenue. You could pull this from your Shopify or number tracking dashboard. Let's say it's $20,000. Our observation is that a healthy business is spending anywhere from 20 to 30% of their revenue on ad spend. So you'd take your $20,000 in revenue multiplied by 20% to be conservative. That gives you $4,000. Now divide the $4,000 by 30 days, and that gives you a daily budget of $133 a day. This is the simplest way to determine your budget. This, of course, assumes that this is the only campaign that you're running. If you have multiple campaigns, you'll want to divide the 20% of ad spend over those campaigns. Now, before we get into scaling your Advantage Plus campaign, I do want to caution you. We find Advantage Plus campaigns work best when you eliminate fragmentation in your ad account. If you have your spend spread thin across multiple campaigns, you'll be losing out on Facebook's optimization in one campaign. So we find it best to limit the number of campaigns running so that your 20% of revenue can be most effectively used by Facebook. And before we move on, YouTube tells us that only 23% of our viewers are subscribed. And if you're trying to successfully run ads for your e-commerce store, or you're continually trying to make your business better, it would mean the world to us if you subscribed. It is free, and to be honest with you, we try not to hold back on our YouTube content. So even if you don't decide to go deeper with us, you can still learn a lot from us here. So once you have an Advantage Plus campaign running, how long do you let it run? How do you know if it's profitable, and how do you scale if it is? First, you have to let it run for about 7 days before making any major optimization decisions. You have to almost forget that the first 7 days of the campaign even exist. Facebook at that time is trying to find the right people to interact with your ads. But once you're at the 7-day mark, we want to determine if the campaign is above break-even KPI, either CPA or ROAS. If you don't know your break-even KPI, I put a link in the description for our $7 Meta Ads KPI calculator. You can use this to calculate your unique KPI. This tool helps take into consideration all of the hidden costs of running your business that you may not think about when optimizing ads. So let's say your break-even ROAS is a 1.7, meaning everything above that is profit. We don't want to scale a campaign when it's dangerously hovering around break-even. When you scale, you can expect a dip in results. So we want to give a buffer of about 25 to 50% for a target return on ad spend. So let's use 50% and say that our target ROAS is 2.5. If your campaign is not at a 2.5 return on ad spend, we don't scale. We want to sit right here in profitability land and optimize your funnel. Improve your add to cart rate, your conversion rate, and your cost per unique link click to get you to a target return on ad spend. And once you're at your target of 2.5, that's when you can begin scaling. We like to scale daily by 3 to 5% as long as you're at target ROAS. So every day, log into your ads manager and check your last 7-day return on ad spend. If it's at target, increase the budget by 3 to 5%. If not, just leave it and check tomorrow. This may sound counterintuitive. However, this slow scaling technique will ensure your ad account isn't eating your bank account and you're bleeding cash. Well, I hope this video was helpful in getting you set up with your first Advantage Plus campaign or finding the right budget for it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. We do try to monitor that pretty often and get replies within 48 hours. And if you think this video could help another e-commerce owner, please share it. We would love to get our content into as many hands as possible. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.